Hope this spurs police to do more. Plus, the Trump transition. The president-elect adding some heavy hitters to his White House team already, and maybe easing back on some of his biggest campaign promises.
If you feel that way in your heart, keep it in your heart. Don't destroy somebody else's property.
And a symbol of hate or a sign of the times. A woman's family looks for answers after someone keys a swastika onto their mother's car.
Now, ABC 7 News at 11, on your side.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Suiters. The search is on tonight for the suspects involved in the double stabbing at the Wheaton Metro Station. Our Annalisa Gale has been following these developments all night long. She joins us live now from the Metro Station with the very latest. What's going on, Annalisa?
Well, Kimberly, we've learned that police have identified one of the suspects using surveillance video from inside the Metro station. They're still looking for two other suspects who they say stabbed a 15 and a 16-year-old boy.
There's a lot of people that use this bus stop.
Metro riders were greeted by evidence markers at the west entrance of the Wheaton Metro Station across from the Wheaton Mall. That's where police say two people were stabbed on Sunday afternoon around 3. It's unclear what led up to the assault.
There's nothing new in this area. Things are getting better, but these type of things happen in this area. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing that happened.
It's scary to me because I've been using this stop for a while and I've never had any kind of problem with it.
The victims described as young adults are expected to survive. Some riders believe authorities should step up security in the wake of the attack.
I guess we need to have some more police around here or, patrol the area.
I think that they should have patrols on the hour.
At last check, police were searching for at least 3 suspects.
This can happen anywhere, though. These are the type of things that occur. This is a reality. We just need to be more aware out here, I guess, you know what I mean? The public and the police.
And Kimberly, this area is clear now. As you can see, around 6:30 was surrounded by police. Police say the victims and the suspects knew each other. Anyone with information should call Montgomery County Police. Live in Silver Spring, Annalisa Gale, ABC 7 News.
We appreciate the update. Thanks, Annalisa. All right, turning now to weather. A bright moon tonight with clear skies outside. You'll be waking up to a chilly morning, though, and you might need your umbrella. Let's get the first look at the forecast with meteorologist Josh Knight. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Kim, that's right. We do have some rain moving into the area. Let me show you what's happening. Satellite and radar you can see now working its way just north of Raleigh. That will continue to move our direction, keeping the heaviest rain closer to the coast, but bringing us some showers by late in the day tomorrow. Of course, the other big thing out there in the sky with our clear skies at this point is the supermoon. About 14% bigger, 30% brighter, and this is actually the closest it has been in almost 70 years. Not this close again until 2034. Now, when you're going to see it best next is going to be early tomorrow morning. The moon sets below the horizon at 6:36, so around 6:30 tomorrow morning, that's when you'll really see a good show. I want to share this picture with you sent in from Rich Riggins. This is in Annapolis looking across toward the Bay Bridge, so you can see how much more impressive the moon is when it's close to the horizon, low in the sky. That's what you get tomorrow morning around 6:30. So be sure to check that out as you're getting the kids off to the bus stop. With that in mind, it's dry. It is cold as we get to the bus stop in the morning. Then on the way home, temperatures in the 50s, but that's when we bring some of these showers into the area. So coming up here in about 10 minutes, I'll time them out with you. Storm Watch 7 Futurecast will go hour by hour, let you know when they'll move into your neighborhood. Kimberly?
Josh, we'll see you then. Donald Trump's White House team taking shape. The president-elect choosing a Washington insider as his chief of staff and a maverick conservative as one of his top advisors. It seems Trump is easing back on one of his core campaign positions as protests against the president-elect stretch into a 5th day. Richard Cantu has more on the Trump transition.
In his first big decision as president-elect, Donald Trump named Reince Priebus as his White House chief of staff. Priebus is chairman of the Republican National Committee. Trump also tapped Stephen Bannon, his campaign CEO, as chief strategist and senior counsel. He is the former head of conservative Breitbart News and a fierce critic of the GOP establishment. In a statement, Trump saying, Steve and Reince are highly qualified leaders who worked well together on our campaign and led us to a historic victory. Now I will have them both with me in the White House as we work to make America great again. In an interview with 60 Minutes, Trump seeming to backtrack, now saying he'll focus on criminal illegal immigrants and the millions of others
After the border is secured and after everything gets normalized, we're going to make a determination on the people that you're talking about, who are terrific people. They're terrific people.
On the Supreme Court,
I'm pro-life. The judges will be pro-life.
We reject the president-elect! We reject the president-elect!
for 5 days and nights, Trump's election victory has sent protesters into the streets across the country.
Donald Trump has got to go!
Thousands more were out on Sunday.
If he is the elect, then why doesn't he come out and support the whole United States? It's obvious that we don't all support him unitedly.
As for President-elect Trump, he says he's looking forward to the job ahead.
You've got both houses.
And at both houses, and we have the presidency, so we can do things
you
that
can
are
do things lickety-split.
in a long time since it's happened.
Richard Cantu, ABC News, New York.
Trump's attorney